a movie that shows you some very creepy ways to be sleuthing on everyone you closely knows, which is totally awful to do, right? Then how come this movie exists while Deadpool has to endure some heavy editing when all he did is entertain in his own way? To be honest, I'm surprised that FBI hasn't taken this movie from the theaters or from circulation. Really. Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Hi, my name is Myra and welcome back to my channel. Hi! How are you? I'm back with another movie review, another late movie review. I apologize, but I think I still should do this movie because it is such a good one and I miss doing movie reviews, so why the heck not? If you haven't, please don't forget to click that bell button besides my subscribe button so you will be notified if I upload something new. And trust me, that is necessary because I upload very infrequently and very spotty. So if you like what you see, please click that bell button so you would be able to follow my upload schedule. To tell you the truth, I didn't know this Searching movie from my own research. I didn't watch the trailer, I didn't see any synopsis, but my friend recommended this movie to me and I didn't have any expectations going in. But the results were far beyond anything that I can hope for. Also, if you're hoping for a normal type of mystery thriller movie, this is not it. The story starts with a computer page, and the rest of the story is told by one computer page to another computer page. It is about David Kim and his family, a wife named Pamela Kim and a beautiful daughter named Margot. Through the exchangings of various apps and windows, we understand that they have a perfect life until Pamela fell ill and eventually passed away. Afterwards, everything was never the same for David and Margot. David avoided to talk about Margot's mother at all costs, and that caused them to have a strained relationship. As a result, they barely talked to each other. And when Margot went missing, David didn't notice until it was too late. As usual, if you haven't watched the movie, stop here. The IMDb page classified Searching as drama, mystery, and thriller. From the last two descriptions, I would assume that this movie would be a little bit more horrific, maybe even have one death or two. Apparently, it was more of a mystery than a thriller. It has a couple of close calls of almost jump scare, like when David managed to figure out that his daughter didn't run away from him, and when David confronted his brother for possibly molesting Margot. At least that's the vibe that I got. I actually thought several times that we would see Margot as a dead body. But with every critical change in the storyline, I figure out the movie makers has a knack of edging towards the obvious and predictable outcome but giving something mundane in return. The most prominent example is when David forced the truth out of Peter, only to find out that Margot has been smoking marijuana with her uncle and nothing else. Nothing else happened besides that. I was always on the edge of my seat whenever one of these moments happened, but thanks to the suspense that I felt, the outcome makes me so relieved. How the storyline is arranged was brilliant as well, probably with a huge help of the movie setting, which is, just a computer page, the one that I told you about earlier. It was the most unique part of Searching, how we figure out the mystery from just one point of view, which is in front of a computer. Whenever I see small things that makes me feel familiar, I just have this little twinge inside, in a good way. I especially remember when David's googled Detective Rosemary Fick's name, and one of the names that came out was Detective Rosa Diaz. I fangirled hard inside, since Detective Diaz is one of my most favorite character in my most favorite series, which is Brooklyn Nine-Nine. But back to Searching. Thanks to how the movie goes, we get to see the story moves from different kinds of computer screen. I think this movie also shows how desperate a man can be when he lost his daughter. We saw David's confusion, hesitance when it comes to talking about his wife in front of Margot, his surprise when he learned about who Margot truly is, and his utter frustration when he just couldn't find where Margot is. Thankfully, he never gave up and continued on. Albeit some disastrous jumping into conclusion scenes, we get to see him reunited with his daughter once again. Also, can we talk about how surprising it was for Detective Rosemary to be the key person for everything? I didn't expect that at all. When the movie pans to her and focuses on her side of the story, I thought she would be the cold murderer. But no, she just acts as a protective mother, trying to do her best for her son, and it backfires horribly. Which makes me think of the lengths that parents would do to protect their children. Almost the same as David, what Detective Rosemary did, but in a more grim and sad way. There's one part about this movie that ticks me though. When everyone mourns about losing Margot, I see how fake most people can be when the spotlight is turned on them. The acquaintances of Margot who suddenly admits that they are Margot's best friend, the neighbors and random people that suddenly blame her dad, her father, for her disappearance. And even more eerily, I know that some people in real life would act like that. When you have that spotlight, it's easy to lose judgment and say things that are not true for the sake of popularity, even just for 5 minutes. But is it really worth to lie and cheat just for 5 seconds of fame? What do you think? Comment below. I think the star of the show is obviously John Cho. He managed to keep his cool and has this distant feeling going on when he talked to his daughter at the beginning of the movie, but then showing genuine concern when he realized that his daughter was nowhere to be found. Then his breakdown after breakdown. It's just breaking my heart. Which means he really did a good job at being the father of the year. In this movie at least. Please bring me a real John Cho anytime. And I'll just, give him a big hug because he did such a good job playing David. So, should you watch this movie? Searching might not be the scary mystery / thriller movie, but it is a great movie nonetheless. The point of view is unique, it is not boring even though some people might say otherwise. It shows compassion and feelings of the character in a different but yet familiar way, because we've all been in the same spot as the, watchers or viewers of the movie. We've been behind a computer or a phone and watched our own and others' life unravel before our eyes. I sense a deep familiarity while watching Searching, and I have a hunch that everyone will feel the same way as well. So, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Bike just passed by. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this movie review and thank you so much for being here. And if you do like it, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel to see more of this, to see more of me just rambling on about movies. And follow my Facebook and Instagram. They are in my description below. Thank you again so much for watching and I will see you next time.